Welcome back to Drawn by Annie channel. This is me, Annie, and I'm very glad to see you. Make yourself comfortable and grab some tea or coffee, and let's dive into today's video. So this here is part 2 of this project, and if you haven't seen the part 1, I suggest you pause this video and check out the part 1 and then come back for part 2. Today I'm drawing my persona character. Her name is Silvia Argente. So firstly I'm going to draw a sketch that you can already see me prepared beforehand. After that I'm going to color it with some acrylic paint pen markers and then land some of the line art with my brush liners. So back in the day when I was younger and artist internet community was just starting out, a lot of people were drawing characters of themselves, but not like exactly they are, more like avatar that they want to be representing them instead of them in the online field, let's say. Imagine like you are creating a character and you can make it look like whatever you want, or you can just, put some of your favorite elements of your favorite characters together and there comes something very unique with your personal touch. So that is how we artists expressed ourselves and also could like show ourselves out there online without having to show our real faces, because a lot of artists, we are very shy and we are introverted, and we can also be very insecure, especially because of struggles that we go through during school or teenage, your typical kids' problems. So yeah, that really helped people to show themselves and kind of interact with each other and kind of feel safe at the same time, because there is a character. Yeah, it's like representing you and your persona, or like yourself, your true self, I must say, because a lot of people use these characters to express what they really feel like, including myself. And you could really put up your imagination and do whatever design you would like, and you can go crazy and do whatever craziest things you can imagine and without having to worry about, oh, what will your neighbors say? Because for where I come from, it was very important to be a good girl or a good boy and not make your parents be embarrassed of yourself and not do stupid shit, something like that. Yeah, I remember I had several persona characters, and in some special communities like anime club, I ended up, after leaving my main school, like when I went to music school and moved cities, ended up in an anime club, and a lot of people there also had like a persona character they were playing, and we used to call each other by nicknames, not our real names. I am not sure why, but it felt so cool. To be honest, like a few of my friends from back then are still calling me by the nickname that I used to introduce myself as, but this is a character that I specifically used for my old art account. I really enjoy doing the persona characters, like avatar characters, without having to like write a very detailed story about them or like do some background or anything like that. Just like a character design, simple as that. And this is a character of me, and like, very nice to meet you. And this could be used in a very personal way, like if you are up to role-playing like I am, and you like online role-playing specifically, you can make like yourself a character design that would represent you. Then you can also make emojis by them, so you are literally living a life of a character online, and you can fully illustrate this life. And I think that really adds some fun into these online interactions and online presence. That's why I really like the VTubers and their way of streaming. You don't have to show your real face or worry about exposure offline when you have a specific character that is also representing your real emotions and everything, and is also acting like a mask covering from the dangers that are coming with the exposure. I might sound like a paranoid, but I prefer my private life to myself. But I still want myself to be out there for specific skills like art, for example, because I want to share my art with the world and I want to show it off. And I also want to find some people to connect with and like have fun. And you know, people, we are social creatures, so we need our community, but we also crave safety. So I think persona characters are a very nice tool to do that. It's both creative and a useful tool. Yeah, I mentioned that I had several persona characters. Some things are all in common with all of them. Like they are all somewhat magical characters, or like they have some specific or something magical about them. I think all of that comes from the anime that we used to watch, like Sailor Moon and like Suga Kera and like Shaman King. Like the characters from these anime, they all had some cool powers, so we also wanted to be one of those characters that also possesses some cool powers and could like kick asses and do some cool stuff. Me personally, I like Suga Kara anime, for example, because they had these magical transformations and everything, and that's a really nice kids show, by the way. If you want to watch something old and cutesy, check this show out. I think you might like it. I think maybe someday I will draw a sketchbook spread where I will feature all of my persona characters that I've made for myself during the childhood, because I still have a lot of archive. I already had some sort of computer when I was small and when I was very into drawing and making these comics with my school friends. So there are a lot of drawings that have been saved from those times. So I could use them as reference and like maybe do a draw this again challenge or like something special with my personal touch. You can let me know in the comments what do you think about this idea. Should I do this as soon as possible or take my time with it? Do you also use a persona character online? Or have you ever tried using one? Or maybe you made one yourself? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear the stories that you have. And while you're on it, I'm going to finish this drawing and leave you with some nice music. Any off, music on. So here is my finished drawing. It came out a little wonky and messy, but I kind of like it this way. So I hope you like it too. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking with me and my little stories. Like always, I hope you'll like them. Please leave your comments, your likes, subscriptions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!